So hello guys. Hello guys. What's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. When the almighty DENILSON McAngel podcast aired, many of you reached out to me and you're like, Neze, you need to talk about this one. Honestly, I didn't want to. First, I've never had interest in them, never watched their comedy. Secondly, when I strolled to the podcast and saw that it was almost 2 hours long, I was like, no, count me out. I ain't got time to watch a 2-hour podcast. But eventually, after much prompts, and more especially, considering the very insightful angle that I would come approaching this particular subject, both as a content creator, stroke entertainer, and as a lawyer, I felt like my insights would be invaluable to my much loved audience. And then I told myself, Neze, you don't have a choice. Pick up your pen and paper and start your research and put this together. And so I did. And by the time I was done watching that podcast, my mouth literally dropped open. It was someone that had to tap me and say, Neze, close your mouth before fly enter. Shame! I was surprised. I was, Oyibo say, flabbergasted. Guys, listen. This video is very, very important for everyone to watch. Anyone can fall victim. Anyone can suffer the same fate. So watch and watch till the end. And if you can forward it to DENILSON, maybe on Instagram, you can do that as well. Because what I'm going to disclose would also help him. So open your eye. Open your eye. Open your ears. No. Don't open your mouth. Close your mouth. Open your eyes and ears and listen very carefully. And of course, if you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Oh yeah, hit it now. Kia. Give this video a big thumbs up. I'm not going to say anything again until you thumbs up. Have you given a thumbs up? Okay. Drop all your comments down in the comment section as we proceed, and stay glued, of course, because we have so much more coming your way. Without much ado, let us begin. It was the year 2008, and there was this orphaned child from Abia State scraping up a living with no one to help him. His name was Daniel IGWE, aka DENILSON. When it became clear to DENILSON's siblings that they could not shoulder the many responsibilities of caring and providing for him, his elder sister took his hands and led him to the home of Mac, aka McAngel, in Obibo of Rivers State. He was to go there to live with them and to serve them, if you know what I mean. DENILSON was to do the errands. He was also to serve as a sales boy in McAngel's mother's shop, where she sells food, rice and beans and the likes. When I say Mac, you may assume that I'm just talking about a random guy down the streets. Excuse me, do you know Mac? Do you know this guy? Mac of McAngel comedy can categorically be described as the most successful content creator in Nigeria and one of the most prominent in Africa. He was the very first Nigerian YouTuber to score the 1 million subscriber benchmark, and he makes roughly 300 to 400 million naira monthly from YouTube earnings, and that's on bad months. Now let's get back to the story, but please note that this story I am narrating is according to the version of DENILSON, which he revealed in this podcast.
My name is DENILSON IGWE. I'm a comedian. Actually, I was the one that started McAngel comedy. I was an orphan.
DENILSON was residing in McAngel's home as a houseboy, a boy as we call it in Nigeria, a domestic staff. And then, McAngel was not this stinkingly rich guy that he is today. As of 2011, Mark Angel was working as a security guard in one of Nigeria's biggest eateries, Kilimanjaro, opening the door and shutting it for people who were coming in and out of the place.
Mark was the elder brother of the house. He's a security in Kilimanjaro, GRA, Port Harcourt.
DENILSON, on the other hand, was doing his normal houseboy walk around the house, small menial jobs here and there, and on Sundays, he would act as the cameraman at the church, the Glorious Faith Church, where he worshipped. At some point, after service, DENILSON would sneak out the church camera and take it back home and then use it to make records and videos of short funny clips. He would show it to Mark Angel and then send it to his friends, and they would have a good laugh. Ladies and gentlemen, this, according to DENILSON, was the way the Mark Angel comedy brand began. He named it Mechanic Pictures. Now, according to DENILSON, when he started this whole movement, if I may call it, because this business, the Mark Angel business, oh my God, it is a movement. When he started this whole thing, Mark Angel had never conceived or dreamt of the idea of shooting comedy clips or doing anything in that fashion. He was just a security man at Kilimanjaro, earning his humble 8,000 naira or thereabouts every month. And so that is how they began in 2011. And shortly after, other cast members such as Emanuela and Success joined in the team. He said that they were just doing it for fun and passion. They were not getting any monetary advantage out of it. The laugh that people had was all the motivation that he needed to press on further. In 2013, 2 years after they began, Mark created a Facebook page and started uploading these contents. He also came on YouTube and created a YouTube page and another until there were 8 channels on YouTube alone, several on Facebook as well. And then he began pushing this content out on social media for the world to watch, and they were thrilled by the tremendous acceptance of what they were doing. And so they kept on doing it. DENILSON said that he did not know anything about monetization or that social media pays or the gold mine that can exist through social media business. He did not have any awareness that these contents could and were generating revenue. But that 1 year after they started posting, in 2014, Mark Angel bought a car. And when he asked, bros, how you take Simoto, how you take buy car? Mark Angel just dismissed it. It was someone that bought it for him. Unbeknownst to Daniel. No. Do not stop me. He reached to speak Shakespearean English. Unbeknownst to Daniel. These contents that they were dishing out to social media was generating tens and tens of thousands of dollars on a monthly. He said that at this stage, he had not gotten 500 naira from Mark Angel.
There is God.
Okay, let's continue. He said that there was a time that Mark Angel and Emanuela traveled all the way to Australia. They were invited to come to Australia. And when they got back, he asked them, bros, they no pay. These people no pay. All the way to Australia. Mark Angel was like, don't mind these people, Joe. They know they pay money. It's just awareness. They are helping us to build awareness for more people to know us. They didn't pay us a dime. In ignorance, he believed Mark entirely and looked the other way, while Mark Angel changed the name of the brand from Mechanic Pictures to Mark Angel Comedy. By the year 2016, 5 years after this whole thing started, the brand had grown so big and so massive, generating tens of millions of views on YouTube and Facebook. Mark Angel was traveling from one country after the other, bought 10 plots of land, an acre of land, was investing, buying properties here and there. He said that at some point, Emmanuel's parents began to voice out. Of course, people must have told them, come, you people are still in a bacha. I don't know how many of you know what the bacha house is. It's like a wooden house with thatched roof, usually in the slums, in the middle of water. So people had begun talking to Emanuela's parents, like, see your daughter flying all over the world. He's on TV, on the screens, and you are here suffering. Why don't you go and find out for these people to help you guys? And so they approached Mark Angel. Mark Angel got a lawyer to draw up an agreement to be paying Emanuela 20,000 naira. That's like $20. To be paid Emanuela 20,000 naira monthly. And at that point, Mark Angel Comedy was generating at least 160,000 US dollars on YouTube alone. In fact, it is rumored on one channel alone, 160,000 US dollars. He put Emanuela on a 20,000 naira salary, while Danielson still got no dime.
Oh, Mumu, not too much.
Oh my God. Ignorance. When they say ignorance is a disease, some people do not understand. Ignorance kills faster than HIV. What you do not know is superior to you. What you do not know can kill you. So let's continue. Danielson narrated that there was a time they went for this event at Abuja. Big event, big top artists were there. Olamide was there. Nedu Wazobia was there. They even came to pick them in a G-Wagon. After the end of the show, he approached Mark. How far? They drop anything? How far? These guys didn't pay, they drop anything. Mark Angel was like, shishio. They didn't pay 1 naira. Don't mind these people. They're just helping us. They're helping us. Time will come. Don't worry. Time will come when we'll start receiving money. But for now, we're just sowing seeds. They're just helping us for people to know us. So there he was combining his life. He will do shooting today. Tomorrow he will go for laborer's work where he can earn urgent 3K.
Shay, help us.
Carrying, laborer's work now, mason men work. He was still doing it while the business that he allegedly founded was raking in hundreds of thousands of United States dollars. He said that the very first time he got a dime was more than 6 years after they started. When they went to Ghana, they were invited to Ghana, and he raised the topic again. You mean these people that invited us to Ghana, they didn't pay us 1 naira? Then Mark Angel just gave him 50,000 naira.
2016 was the first time he gave me 50,000 naira. He said, okay, just hold this one.
And he shut up. The next time he got any form of payment was when they went to Gambia. They were invited to see the president of Gambia. And when it was time to see the president, Mark Angel told him to wait. And he went in alone with Emanuela. When they got out, Danielson began asking him how far the president would drop anything. Then according to Danielson, Mark Angel said that he only dropped, was it $5,000 or is it $6,000? And he took $100 and gave him. Danielson was so excited by this $100. Oh my God. He didn't spend it. He swore not to spend it. He kept it in his wallet. Every day he would wake up and look at the $100. The $100 will be looking back at him. Oh my God. He was the happiest man on earth for that $100. He was swimming in the high tides of ignorance. By 2019, 8 years after the business he allegedly created began, he had a son. He also fell down and injured his legs so bad, he didn't have money to treat himself. He didn't have money also to take care of his child. He said at this point, he had to approach Mark Angel and explained to him that, bros, look at this situation. I have a child now, I have responsibilities. I need to be liquid. Mark Angel then agreed to place him on a salary of 200,000 naira monthly. At this point, the business was already generating billions of naira. Now listen, I did not mince my words. Read my lips. Billions of naira. And if you know, you know. So there was one day they went to the embassy. I think another country invited them and they needed to go for interview or something like that. And Danielson was there, Mark Angel was there. Somebody saw Danielson and called him to the corner, asking him, why are you looking so haggard? Despite all the money your platform is bringing, look at your shoes, chopped up, looking like the shoes that the Israelites used to trek from Egypt to the land of Canaan. Why are you looking like this? And Danielson was like, which money? I know they see any money. Oh, it is 200,000 naira that I get paid monthly. And the person is like, pinch me. No ways. 200 what? The person then directed him to an app that shows the earnings of YouTubers. And believe me, that app is grossly inaccurate. When I say inaccurate, I mean underreported. So if someone is earning, for example, $10,000 on YouTube, the app might say something like $900 to $4,000. It is grossly underreported, grossly underestimated. So Denilson went to this app to see for himself what this Angel comedy generates in a month, and to his utter bewilderment, he saw that in 1 month, on one channel, that platform brings in 160,000 US dollars. He said that at this point he was furious. He approached Angel, and Angel quickly hired the services of a lawyer to draft an airtight, comprehensive contract that would protect him. Angel presented it to Denilson to sign. Now, I am not privy to the contract. I have searched, I haven't found all the details of the contract. I would have perused everything and given you guys a breakdown of all the implications of the terms in the contract. But from the podcast, it is said that one, the contract identified Denilson as an employee. In fact, the subject of the contract was employee severance agreement. So the contract identified him as an employee of Angel Comedy, being the employer, not as a co-owner or a partner. Two, one of the clauses in the contract was an undertaking by Denilson never to file any legal complaint, never to go to court, never to challenge Angel in courts or raise any of such dust again. Three, it states that the employee, Denilson, agrees that what Angel Comedy, the company, has agreed to pay him is much more than they should have. Wonders shall never end. So basically, what that contract was doing was distancing Denilson as having any ownership, any rights, any authority, any standing, any claims to that company or that brand. And you know what Denilson did? He appended his signature, consenting to every single clause and terms in that contract. Hey, Obari, hey, see what you carry. Oh my God. And so he signed, he consented. And then Angel Comedy paid him 10 million naira as severance package as an employee. Now, aside from all the accusations of financial theft and hijacking the company and all of that, Denilson also came up with very strong allegations of Angel being diabolical. He claimed that despite all the wealth that Angel was swimming in, his parents lived in abject poverty all their lives.
So, see, the only person that can talk about him now is me. Because why? Me, I'm an orphan. He can't kill me. People say if you talk about him, you die. I was scared. Because he will just finish you. That is the truth. How it will happen? If you have a problem with him, it's either you die or you have accidents.
And his father still does. His mother is late. And that even before his mom died, when it was clear that his mother was dying and his mother sent for him, Angel quickly ran off and said that he wants to go to church. He refused to witness his mother's passing. And even during the burial, Denilson said that he was the one who buried Angel's mother, that Angel refused to come for the burial. Angel told him to tell people that he had traveled to Australia. He didn't attend his mother's funeral. Guys, you can drop your comments and your thoughts about this allegation. But for me, I will stick to the physical part of things because I do not fancy talking about things that I cannot prove, things that cannot be substantiated by facts or evidence. So you can talk about what you think about that kind of behavior while I focus on the physical angle of things, the allegations made by Denilson. And now, Angel is a multi-billionaire. He is one of the richest Nigerian YouTubers ever. He has investments and properties scattered around the globe, and he lives in a mansion that, according to Denilson, has a football pitch, a basketball court, a club, and other amenities. While he, Denilson, is running around scraping up a living. Whew, what a story. Those who think that it's expensive to get knowledge, try ignorance. Ignorance will cost you so much more, my dear people. So, just a point of warning before we proceed with the legal angle of this video. It is very important that I drop. It is okay to be ignorant. Everybody was born on a clean slate, not knowing anything. But what is not okay is remaining ignorant. It's being comfortable in ignorance. You need to be thirsty to know. You need to be hungry for knowledge. You need to strive to associate with people that know more than you. If you are in a clique of friends, all your friends, all the friends you have, everybody are beneath you. There is no one that you look up to. There's no one that teaches you. There's no one that knows more than you. You have to reevaluate your circle. You need to invest to improve yourself. You need to listen to content, listen to things that add value. Yes, there will be those contents that will make us just be entertained or just other things, but we need to also consume content that would add value to us. We all need to strive to be better versions of ourselves. Do not ever be complacent or comfortable not knowing. Ignorance will cost you so much. For Danielson, yes, there are several things that he should have done and he should not have done. But I would not like to put so much blame on him. Given the circumstances of ignorance, desperation, position, and poverty, he didn't know better. He didn't know at all. So without crying over spilled milk, what are the possible ways forward? What are the legal remedies available? What can be done? I believe that the very first question that would come to play, both during social media deliberations and even in courts, is who is the real owner, or who are the real owners of this brand, legally speaking, not social media judgment. Because during the podcast, I heard Danielson call people, oh, you want me to call Uncle Bros, who starts McAngel? And are you now? You see, I talk up now. You those confirmations may give feelings of credibility on social media, but trust me, in court, they may hold very little water because the law deals with concrete evidence. So the question that would be asked, does Danielson have any proof whatsoever of any ownership or contribution to ownership? If he came with just an idea, a concept, which of course you know, well, you might not know, which is not a copyrightable item, an idea or a concept or a thought is not copyrightable. Permit me to use that English. So if he just came with that idea, but Mark Angel was the one who took it, who nurtured it, who developed it, who put it to motion, who actualized it, registered a company in his name for it, invested his capital, financed the project, carried solely the liabilities of that business. I'm afraid. What can he prove? How can he show ownership or a stake in that business? 2. The next very pertinent question that will be asked is Danielson simply an employee or is he a partner? Danielson is claiming partnership, that he is a partner in that business, while McAngel is standing on the ground that he is merely an employee. So how do we determine this? I hear so many people argue that McAngel, that contract that McAngel gave him to sign is void because there was no offer of employment at all. Is there any offer letter? No. So how can you claim he's an employee when there was no offer letter? And I laugh in German and Spanish and then French. A contract is simply defined as a legally enforceable agreement, whether written or oral, verbal, whether documented or unwritten, voluntarily reached between two people or more with the intention to be legally bound by the terms. Shikina. So whether that contract is written or unwritten, whether an employment started with a written agreement or not, it can still be an employment as long as the basic elements that form a contract are present. Was there an offer? Guy, you go do this, you go do that. Was there an acceptance, either verbally or by action, by conduct? Was there an acceptance? Was there consideration? Consideration, example, monetary payments. He mentioned that he was placed on salary of 200,000. This guy shot himself in the leg many places. So there was consideration, right? In form of remuneration. Was there legal capacity to enter the contract? Yes, there was. This is further supported by our labor law, section 91 of the labor laws of Nigeria, which governs employer-employee relationships, says a contract of employment is described as an agreement, whether verbal or written, whether direct or implied, in which one party commits to employing another as a worker and the other party agrees to work for the employer. So, an employment must not be documented. It is the ideal and standard thing to do, but it doesn't invalidate one that wasn't documented. One of us, in our house helps, our gardeners, our cooks, many of our employees, there was no written contract. But the principles of employer-employee relationship still governs that relationship. Do you know that? They are our employees, but there was no written agreement. So he has admitted to receiving consideration, monthly consideration for his job, except he wants to claim lack of intention to enter a legally binding agreement. Then that will be left for the courts to decide if there was actually intention or not. If Danielson is claiming partnership, if he is claiming to be a partner in that McAngel brand, does he have anything that shows a vested interest, a contribution? Can he show a stake in the business? Oh my God. This is just a complicated case that a simple agreement signed by the two of them would have averted. But here we are. Now, the law of contract is very broad, very wide, and its exceptions are just as many as the laws itself. Contract law is a very broad subject, and most times when there are disputes, it rests on the hands of the courts, on the ties of the courts, to decide and form meaning and define, interpret these exceptions. So from my assessment, this matter may end up in courts, but that will not be my first advice. Court cases, especially in Nigeria, are not as straightforward and pleasant and easy as they appear on paper. They are lengthy, they are expensive, they are draining, adjournments after adjournments, appeal after appeal. They can stretch for 10 years, even more, from one appellate court to another. And Danielson will be the one at the disadvantage here because he's the one asking for something that he doesn't have. McAngel is the one in custody of the money, the property, everything. He is the richer one. He is the more influential one. He's the one that can afford all the SANs, all the senior advocates of Nigeria at his disposal, while Daniel is the one struggling. So rushing to courts, in my own advice, will not be the best first option. I would advise that Danielson should explore other ADHRs, other alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, mediation, arbitration, intervention, conciliation. Now that this case is out in the public, if McAngel cares for his brand and the way his fans see him, he might want to make amends. He might want to compensate. He might want to negotiate. Senior industry players might want to speak to him, want to appeal to his conscience. You know, the case is out there now, so he might want to reconsider some things. Let Danielson explore that option first. Then if that option fails or is unsatisfactory, grossly unsatisfactory, then he can take it a step further to seek remedy in court and see whether his lawyers can find a loophole and rely on equity, rely on the principles of equity to make a case for him. But there is a disadvantage, there's a but. If this case goes to court and the court upholds that this company is owned by McAngel, they don't know what this man is saying, he is just a disgruntled employee that is coming to make noise, that will bring the whole thing to an end. Especially when he exhausts all his appeal options. The court will put a final seal to that noise and he would never be able to come out to lay any claim. It will now be conscience, let my God judge you. So is he ready to go the legal route? I really do hope that this story of Mark Angel and Danielson has taught us the importance of documentation. During my years in banking, there's some things that you want to tell your boss will tell you, I can't hear it. Go and put it in a mail. You think they don't know what they're doing. A boss that you are in good terms with, you think that you have rapport. You not reach for rapport, they will tell you, I can't hear what you are saying. Go and put it in a mail. That is the weight of documentation. Before you begin any involvement with somebody, document it. Sign something, agree, have a lawyer that would help you to interpret the terms and the conditions, because many times the legal nomenclature can be very confusing. Get the services of a lawyer. That lawyer that you don't have to pay money, you would lose times 100 of that thing you are avoiding to pay, because those lawyers that went to school for 6 years and studied these things, they didn't go there for fancy. They have some know-how that you may not have. It is important that I mention at this point that we have not heard Mark Angel's parts. We are all carried away with Danielson's parts. We might hear from Mark Angel and we'll be like, and Mark Angel will come and tell us, show us evidence of how he's the one that started everything, or how he has tried for Danielson, how Danielson, and we'll now turn around and we'll now say, this Danielson is ungrateful or he's greedy. We haven't heard Mark Angel's story yet. But the truth remains that money, you see money, it changes people. You can never fully understand the capabilities, the extent the human being would go until money is involved. It turns brothers and puts them at loggerheads. It creates discords between parents and children. It turns best friends to worst foes. Always document. Read before you sign. Seek legal guidance. Don't assume anything. Seek knowledge. Ask questions. Consume intelligent conversations from people like me. Consume content like content you find on Nezeville's channel that will add IQ to your brain. Many of us are in Danielson's position, waiting to explode. I hope we seek solutions before it's too late. In our next video, I'm gonna go deeper to teach us some very important things, basic things that every one of us must know and have at the back of our hands. Is this front or back? Where should we have it? Is it here or here? Anywhere, just keep it in your hand. Hold up. It will be a highly educative content, so do not miss out on that one. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your comments down in the comment section, and stay glued because we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl, Barrister Nesse, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.